Nicely done.
Nice.
Very nicely done. Welcome back, everybody. We got the whole crew in the studio at the Georgetown studio today. Big Daddy Russ Horton, of course, Amanda Bassant, myself, Lee Lakin, and Leah Lywood, bringing you your Loosey Goosey news for the week, and of course the gig guide from Mandy as well. And Big Daddy, we got our sponsor.
And that, of course, is Max Tires. And right about now, you should really start thinking about putting your snows on because...
Or at least making that appointment.
Sudbury had 15 centimeters last night, on Thursday night of snow. So that's God telling us that it's almost here. So if I were you and you haven't got your snows on yet, don't be driving without snow tires. Okay, get some snow tires on because it's that time of year. And it's 905-873-9255. The lowest prices on tires and accessories. They also fix trucks, cars. They have licensed mechanics, Smudge and the gang.
Yeah.
You know.
Food trucks.
And food trucks galore. What they do is they get these old trucks and then they fix them up beautifully.
Yeah, like
and then
old
send them out,
Purolator and
then they get
FedEx.
and then they get painted. And they become the food trucks, and that's what they do, and it's a great business for them too.
Absolutely.
All right, so we are gonna get on with the gig guide, and Amanda, it's been a couple of weeks because we've been sick and things and busy, and the fact is that Leah lives in Curtis, Ontario, which is where the road ends. There's not much past Curtis, so she's a long way from home here. And we've got, of course, sickness of, and you have to watch the COVID, the flu bug is going around again.
Yep.
You didn't have it, Lee, but you did have a bug last week.
I had something.
And
I
was totally fit and ready to go and sitting here waiting, and it's like, oh well. So we did miss a week. But Amanda, who are we brought to you by, and what's going on?
Okay, first off, though, it is Remembrance Day weekend,
Yes.
so I just want to do a special moment and remember our fallen soldiers as both past and present, and every soldier that has been in war and has served for us.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And lest we forget.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's lots of ceremonies going on locally. The Acton Legion tomorrow. The Cenotaph and Glen Williams as well for the Georgetown ceremonies going on as well. Of course, everybody, please stop at 11 and take that moment.
Take that moment to think of the people that gave so that you can enjoy your life.
Exactly. So you can enjoy that moment of silence, really.
Yes.
Right.
We have a lot of freedoms thanks to our veterans and people that are overseas now serving. And whether you're a civilian or military, if you're serving, you're serving.
You are.
Right.
You know, we have a lot of civilians that serve as well, and they're not military. So get out there, get your poppies. They're everywhere. Please get your poppies going. It's still going on till tomorrow as well, so get your poppies.
And being an Air Force brat myself from the UK, then I underline everything you just said.
Yeah.
It's so important we remember those that fought for us.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right, so what's going on, baby?
Okay.
Baby.
First up is the Red Harp in Acton. Friday, November 17th is Monty and the Crew.
Great show.
And they are announcing their Meet with Santa. Absolutely. 3 dates are available. December 3rd, 10th, 17th. Book your time today at orders at redharp.ca.
And get those in because the last time they did it, it was very busy.
Oh,
They're
no
very
doubt.
creative.
It's a great idea. Yeah.
Red
It
Harp,
is a
they're very
wonderful
creative.
idea for the little ones, for sure.
They find parties, I mean, they are very creative with what they do at night at the Red Harp, I must admit.
Yep.
What's going on at the St.
Okay,
George?
the St. George New Year's Eve party featuring Ramblin' Soul. Tickets are on sale now.
And get them because Linda's band is very, very good, and they're very in demand, that band. They're awesome
Are
band.
they a local band?
Linda Newscomb, they're Brampton-ish, but they do a lot of stuff
Yeah,
around
they're
here.
local,
She's at the Jam quite often, and a great singer. She's got a great voice.
Beautiful.
And Saturday, December 16th, the Music Factory at 9 p.m. Okay, the Appalachian November 25th, Sheer Heart Attack at 9:30 p.m., celebrating the music of Queen. Tickets are $20 in advance and $25 at the door.
They're a hard band to duplicate.
Yeah, and these guys are good.
Yeah,
they're really good.
I've heard they are.
Yeah, they're very good. Oh, we got
Okay.
another Dollhouse event.
We've got two actually.
Oh, two.
They've got two on the way. Uncorked on Main. Dollhouse Events presents Dirty Drag Bingo. Thursday, November 23rd. Tickets are $25. The doors open at 5 p.m. Show starts at 7:30 p.m. And Holiday Drag Trivia. Tuesday, December 5th. Doors open 5 p.m. Shows at 7:30 p.m. Again, tickets are $25. Get your tickets for both shows as soon as possible.
Absolutely, yeah, because they sell out so quick. Those
They
things.
do.
Every week you see, sold out.
Yep.
Sold out. Oh, fixing his toque.
I'm fixing my tooth.
He's getting direction
It's
from the
her
back.
fault. She got me going on it. This way. I got to show my Raiders. Is it right now? There it is. Aaron Nagy is watching this, you know. I mean, Aaron, see that? We'll be talking about that later on. Okay.
Okay, and the Royal Canadian Legion Acton Branch 197, December 7th, a country Christmas open mic at 7 p.m.
And that's put on by these guys, the
Acton City Limits. Yes.
Same guys who do the Thursday one. It's going to be a blast, and it always is there. So get to check it out.
Yep, absolutely. And December 9th is Breakfast with Santa. Tickets will be on sale soon, so stay tuned for more information.
And Santa's busy. He's going to have a lot of work to do over the next few. Yeah, true. Very good point.
He's been staying behind the scenes though until the remembrance day's over.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Show respect.
That's right.
And with the holiday season fast approaching, consider booking your next holiday party with any of our wonderful establishments, both here and in Acton. Most have started to book now, so book yours as soon as possible.
Yeah, the Legions get busy, especially now. You got to start booking for the spring because you get a lot of weddings.
Yep.
You know, stag and does and stuff like that. So, yeah, call it Georgetown or Acton Legion, get a price, and book your event as soon as possible.
Lots of stuff going on. And
Yeah.
the food bank, of course, they still need our help.
Absolutely. This one's a little bit of a different one. Georgetown Bread Basket has announced the third annual 30 Days of Giving Challenge starting November 15th to December 15th.
So, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So as much as you can donate within those 30 days.
And let's face it, the economy sucks right now. There's
Yep.
a lot of families in our town and across Canada and around the world that are having a hard time. You know, with the price of food is coming up and up and up and up and up.
It is.
You know.
I actually posted on my personal Facebook page was a skit from This Hour Has 22 Minutes.
Great show.
Where the girl goes to buy and oh my God, I'm going to post it on the Halton Hills Online one. Talk about identify with today. She's checking out at the checkout and it's just priceless. You got to watch it. It is absolutely something we can all identify with, and it makes you at least laugh a little bit. So.
Oh, absolutely.
And our sponsor this week, Mandy,
is Halton Women's Place.
As usual.
Absolutely.
We keep saying absolutely a lot, don't we?
Yes,
Are we
do.
artificial intelligence or something?
I don't know.
Something?
I don't know. We might very well
AI.
Yes. It's kind of my thing. I always say absolutely.
You heard about the Mandy action figure, eh?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're forgetting. Got to hold the phone too.
Oh yeah, it's got to have the phone.
Got to have the phone.
Accessories sold separately, by the way.
The action figure. The Mandy
Okay.
action figure. There you go.
So we are brought to you by Halton Women's Place. If you or anyone you know needs help getting out of a difficult situation, the crisis lines are open 24/7, including the holidays. The Milton Halton Hills line is 905-878-8555. whether it's to a trusted friend, a family member, a coworker, Halton Women's Place, anybody you trust, please reach out. You do not have to go through any of this alone.
That's
Absolutely.
Right. We always point out every week.
I had to throw that in there. But
all I have to say to that is absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
You know, and
look marvelous.
I want to also say that it was really cool this week. They Halton Women's Place had their donation of a pink park bench at Prospect Park. That is basically to identify that these people exist and they're there for you, the loved ones, whoever you feel you need to call on. That number again, 905-878-8555. And it's all anonymous too if it needs to be. So, you know, please, if you know something going on, you're not alone. That's right. So.
And through the expertise of Leah Lywood, she will disappear and Leah will appear in moments from now. But right now, assume the position.
And we're back with Leah Lywood joining us for the Loosey Goosey news that we have going on today. This part of the show brought to you by White Owl Legal. You've got some small claim court issues or Landlord-Tenant Act issues, get in touch with Charles. He's at 112 Main Street South, Suite 200 here in Georgetown, right downtown. You can call him at 289-839-3075 or email him at info@whiteowl.legal.
I also wanted to add in about the Acton Food Share. They put out, actually I made a mistake and put the wrong information on it initially, but I did correct it. I was in a different mode with different posts. So
well, you do a lot of posting.
Well, yeah, so I kind of, sorry about that, guys, but please, we've put it out. Take a look at their site. They're asking for specific items. If you check out the Acton Food Share Facebook page or even on our events and information page, please do check out the list of things right now that they really need badly. That needs to be done.
Okay.
Definitely.
And we'll be talking about the Georgetown Raiders a little later on. We're putting a package together, which we will talk about next week. Leah and I
we
got
to talk to Aaron and get this all sorted out. But yes, we really want to encourage local businesses. Please, please, please.
You want some free advertising? And you know, how much reach do we have with our advertising? With
Just
the telecells,
just the
radio,
2 is almost 50,000. It's
so
what,
it's
40?
50,000 with the
40 something,
telecells
yeah.
alone, without including the radio and the other platforms we have. And you know, what we're offering is free advertising.
Yep.
And
Through Aaron, though, it'll be through the Raiders. We're working with Aaron in terms of because they actually do the sponsorship piece. We're just offering a piece into their sponsorship
that's right.
in order to encourage. Let's help these guys out, man. They need a little bit of
not
funding.
only we're starting to work now properly with them, but not only for this year. This is for the future. We're going to be working with the Raiders and keeping you abreast. Every game is posted on all of our platforms. You guys know right away on the telecells and on Halton Hills Online and on your Halton Hills. What was it again? The features and community events.
Events and information.
Yeah. So it's and it's never been, the Raiders for years have not had coverage like that since the days of the old Independent or the old Georgetown.
Well, they did.
newspaper.
I think they were doing okay until about 5 years ago, give or take. According to what I remember from the conversation with Aaron, and then of course went into COVID and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
So it's been kind of a crap show. So we're trying to get this all back to where it needs to be, and let's do what we can, people.
Okay.
Let's support our local team.
And like I say, Leah and I are going to be sitting down and figuring out rate cards and everything else, because we're going to be starting to sell commercial time, because the Independent, as I said, on the telecells, both telecells, they're not relaying any local information. I mean, Amanda and I go through the local news every week, and it's Halton Hills Today is the main source of information for this area now. And Acton Up, you have to support the local radio and Halton Hills Online, Acton Up and Halton Hills Today to keep our local news flowing, because the Independent's not doing it anymore. different times, folks, so step up.
But Acted Up is back on media.
Yes,
but we won't
exactly.
discuss it right now.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it
I
later.
gotta stop saying
Listen to the radio station every day, and you'll get updated every day. And watch this video every week, and you'll get updated every week. So,
The big story
Yeah.
is...
And watch us be goofy.
Loosey Goosey.
The big story is not from Georgetown, however, it is very close to hearts and very close to geographically where we are because so many people from Georgetown drive this route every day. 2 people are in critical condition following a serious crash in Milton, which happened Friday morning. Halton police were called to a crash involving a white passenger van and a Honda van in the intersection of Steeles Avenue and James Snow Parkway around 10:30 a.m. Sergeant Kyle Talsma said that 5 of the 7 occupants in the white van were taken to the hospital with 2 suffering life-threatening injuries. And Milton Fire had to extricate the trapped occupants. The drivers and lone occupant of the Honda was uninjured, but it's a serious collision.
Ouch.
And I think, as we come into winter a bit more, we're going to be having, a little more chats about collisions and stuff. So people, again, like Big Daddy was saying at the top of the show, get your snow tires done.
That's right.
Halton police laid nearly 2,000 charges. Wow. During their annual Project Safe Start Back to School Enforcement Blitz. That's scary.
That's high.
When it comes to children, that's scary. The campaign ran from August the 28th to September the 8th and saw officers ramp up enforcement efforts in school and community safety zones across Halton. On October the 30th, the police service released the results of this campaign. In total, officers laid 1,947 charges and issued 1,389 warnings. The most common offenses include drivers failing to stop at stop signs, speeding, drivers failing to display 2 license plates, front and back people.
That's a weird one, actually, though.
It is weird.
Yeah, that's a weird.
That's
one.
common. Not common that they're doing that, but 2 license plates. I've always grown up for how many years? It's always been 2 plates.
Quebec had one, but that was about the only one I knew about. So,
Crazy.
like Big Daddy says, we get a lot of our news from all of our different sources, whether it's the Halton Police or Halton Hills Today, Acting Up, all kinds of stuff. And this one's from Halton Hills Today. So thanks, Melanie. Halton Regional Police have charged 3 drivers in recent days with impaired-related offenses, with one person being accused of fleeing from the police. There's not a good idea.
Yeah, there's a genius right there.
Yeah. On November 1st, approximately 2:45 a.m. 12:45 a.m., police on proactive patrol initiated traffic stop in the area of Queen and Churchill Road in Acton. As a result of the investigation, a 23-year-old Cornwall PEI gentleman, I guess, was arrested and charged with the operation of impaired blood alcohol concentration 80 milligrams or more. The next day around 9:30 a.m., officers conducted a ride enforcement, attempted a traffic stop in the area of Mill East and Main Street in Acton. However, police say the driver didn't stop. The driver, a 38-year-old man from Halton Hills, was located by police on foot a short time later, arrested and charged with operation while impaired by drugs or alcohol. Operation while impaired, blood alcohol concentration of 80 milligrams or more as well, and fleeing from a police officer. So
what you gonna do when they come for you?
Yeah, that's right. Bad boys in Acton.
Bad boys.
Get away from the car and run.
Yeah, and then on November 3rd, around 2:30 a.m., police responded to a citizen-initiated complaint regarding a parked vehicle in the area of Victoria and College Streets in Georgetown. As a result of an investigation, a 50-year-old woman from Georgetown was arrested and charged with operation while impaired of alcohol or drugs. So busy week for the police. And
when you
What's
drive
with
it,
this alcohol thing, though? I mean, we always had people that would do silly things, but that's really
in
amped
today's
up.
age, you think it'd be ingrained in people now. It's been so long of don't drink and drive, mad, all of this.
So we do it?
It's so they just go ahead. Oh, I'm okay.
This is a really cool story. Hundreds of young athletes will descend on Georgetown this weekend for the 2023 UA Rise Flag Football Fall Provincial Championship Tournament. And the event is slated for this Saturday, at Georgetown District High and at Christ the King Catholic high school or secondary school as well. And set to be Ontario's largest youth flag football event of the year, the tournament will feature teams from the U8 to U16 divisions in a series of co-ed matches, and over 60 teams, totaling around 600 athletes, will compete for the title for the best UA Rise flag football team in Ontario. So we're adding 600 people to our population this weekend, folks.
I was just going to say,
the business is busy.
Try to avoid the area if you're not involved in it. So
exactly. Or
it's going to be really busy. Yeah, or
check it out.
Yeah, spend the time, check it out, because the weather this weekend is not supposed to be too bad.
Well,
it's not crazy bad, but
we had that. We've already started our winter, in my opinion, with the freezing rain we had the other night.
Oh, wasn't that crazy?
Oh, it was just nuts.
Oh, I said all along, we had an early spring and it was pretty decent. It's gonna be a rotten winter.
One of my favorite Georgetown restaurants, Lily Thai.
Yes, I got this. The town, the mayor's office sent this for me to post, and I was more than proud to do so.
Yeah.
On November the 3rd, Lily Thai Cuisine, a beloved, very well loved culinary gem in Georgetown, was a successful recipient of the Facade Improvement Grant within the town's community improvement plan to undertake a transformative enhancement of their building facade. The grant, totaling $15,961.25, was allocated towards a series of upgrades aimed at revitalizing the exterior of the building and protecting its heritage assets.
Yeah, because that's an old house. That place.
Really old house. It's been there for long. Long.
Looks great with the lights and
it does.
Yeah, especially in the wintertime when there's snow there and you see it.
And speaking of that, we should be having our Light Up the Hills very soon too. As a matter of fact,
coming up.
That'll be coming up after
the Santa Claus parade.
Yeah.
Next weekend.
Yeah,
definitely.
Weekend. Don't forget that.
We've talked about this story a couple times before over the past year. The plans to extend Georgetown's Gellert Community Park has taken another major step forward. During their most recent meeting, Halton Hills councillors approved the final concept for expansion at the park on 8th Line in Georgetown South, and the decision will be ratified on the November 20th council meeting. So it'll be interesting to see what changes they're going to have, or if they're just going to go with the examples that they've been talking about.
It's going to be changing the view around there will be changing drastically.
They've got a good chunk of land over there too, still. So quit touching each other, you two.
Stop touching me.
Excuse me. Is there something you guys are doing under the table that I'm not aware of?
Well, he was doing this.
The recent donation of a 105-acre parcel of land, the largest ever made to Halton Healthcare, promises a stronger future for medical services in town. This spectacular gift creates exciting new possibilities for a new hospital and healthcare facilities in our community. This is according to Georgetown Hospital Foundation Executive Director Sandra Taylor. We are moved by this
altruistic.
Whatever they said, donation, and proud that this land will have a lasting impact on healthcare in this community. I've never heard of that word before, but
really?
I'll take your word for it. Altruistic.
Oh, okay.
This agricultural farm complex, appraised at approximately $45 million, was the Walker Wood family home for nearly 4 decades. It served as the base and farm for Neil Cameron Walker Wood, who, of course, is a prominent Canadian entrepreneur and philanthropist. I got through that one. And his wife, Thuthan. But, hey, thumbs up to the family.
Yeah.
And again, we have that link on our page as well.
Now, what are we talking about? Knocking the
back.
hospital down or having another one as well?
I don't know. There's been some conversation in terms of putting a new hospital. No, I don't know that it's going to be taking it down. I think maybe in conjunction. I don't know.
Yeah.
We need more. The hospital's is not.
What I could see is build a new hospital, and then the Bennett Center takes over the old one,
or something.
As a long-term care kind of thing. And
because
we're always looking at more long-term care stuff, right? So
that.
Well, I know that the hospital that we've had here for many years has done a great job, but the population is increasing,
so.
And I just can't see it being able to handle it all. So I'm wondering if we'll have like some places that have 2 hospitals. Who knows?
Exactly.
We'll see. Tim Hortons is kicking off the season of a giving with a smile. The chain restaurant is launching its first holiday Smile Cookie campaign, with all proceeds being split evenly between local charities and Tim Horton Foundation camps. From November 13th to 19th, Links to Care will benefit from the white chocolate chip sugar cookies.
Oh, stop it.
Sold at the Acton and Highway 7 22nd Side Road Tim Hortons locations, while the 3 Georgetown restaurants will support Food for Kids Halton. And that's where I got your coffee today. Was the one up at Highway 7 and 22.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's a great little Timmy's there.
All right, we're going to kick over to a little bit of sports here. We were talking about the Raiders at the beginning of this segment. And Big Daddy, I'm going to let you talk
Raiders
about this.
report is right here. And we don't forget, we post the Raiders scores as soon as the game ends, within an hour or so on our social media. And so thousands of people know right away what the Raiders are doing. The Georgetown Raiders had a winning weekend with 2 straight victories. Sunday afternoon, the Raiders defeated the North York Rangers 5-4 at Herbert H. Carnegie Centennial Center, with goals coming from Jack Gouvenal, Carter Riel, Aaron Andrade, Teddy Puccini, and Carson Lloyd. And Aaron Andrade scored a hat trick along with singles by Braden O'Keefe and Carter Riel as the Georgetown Raiders gained some ground in the standings by defeating division-leading Collingwood Blues 5-3 at Moldmasters Sportsplex, and that was last Saturday evening, so a couple of good ones there. The Raiders are in Burlington for a How Do You Do Friday night, and home this Saturday to Niagara Falls. And bookmark the new website, of course. It's georgetownraiders.ojhl.ca.
Best yet, if you don't remember it, go to their Facebook page where the information and the about stuff is at the top on the left side. The link is right there. Click on it. It'll take you right to the site that you're supposed to be at.
We love our boys, and 2 in a row. Way to go.
Yeah, and definitely, like it said, it's just helping them more and more in the standings.
This new kid Andrade was there last year, but now he's really come to life.
Yeah.
He's sparked.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely.
Nice.
And lots of community family things going on this week and weekend type of things. So, Leah, what's going on?
Well, we got Saturday drop-in family story time. November 11th at 10 a.m. at the Halton Hills Public Library, Georgetown and Acton branches. Explore new themes each week through stories, rhymes, and songs, and there's no registration required.
So just show up.
You can do the acting because that's your
definitely.
Your domain.
Yeah, like we were talking about, lots of things going on for Remembrance Day this weekend. Tomorrow is Remembrance Day. Please, lest we forget, take the time, take the moments, and really think about what freedom is for us here in Canada. November 11th from 10:45 to 11:30 a.m. at the Acton Cenotaph, which is right on Mill Street across from the Holland Shop, honoring the men and women from town who served their country with a parade and a service in downtown Acton. So please get out and join if you're an Actonite. And we've got one going on in Georgetown there, Big Dad.
Georgetown, a Remembrance Day ceremony, of course, November the 11th from 10:45 a.m. to noon at Remembrance Park, James Street in Georgetown. Following last weekend's parade and service, the ceremony will be held on Remembrance Day at the Georgetown Cenotaph. And I'll do one more here. Musical tribute to the Canadian Armed Forces, November 11th at 7:30 p.m. Check this out. At Christ the King Catholic Secondary School in Georgetown, the Halton Hills Concert Band pays a musical tribute to the brave men and women of the Canadian Armed Forces. And there you go, right there. Tickets in advance are $25 for adults and $15 for those 18 and under. And they can be purchased through Eventbrite or in person at Miller's Bakery. You might want to get yourself a Scotch pie.
Yeah.
And JV Clothing, of course, our buddy there is just what an amazing guy.
Great business.
Clothing.
Yeah.
I've been going to it. I've been going to it since I was a teenager. That's where I got all my designer jeans in high school, was at JV Clothing. Okay.
But the thing about JV Clothing is they talk to you, not at you.
Yeah.
They you know.
Well, it still has that small town feel.
He's an ambassador. Do you know, he really hung around with Ronnie Hawkins in his younger days.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
He knew all those guys.
Nice.
And of course, tickets will also be sold at the door. $30 for adults and $18 for those 18 and under. And it's a great idea.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of things going on, like I say, for Remembrance Day. So please get out and support our veterans and troops.
So we got something going on Sunday. So Sunday's Christmas in Georgetown, the Handmade Craft Fair. November 12th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Christ the King Catholic Secondary School, Georgetown. It's time for the 7th annual Christmas in Georgetown Handmade Craft Fair. The event will feature over 80 handmade makers and artisans and swag bags to the first 50 shoppers.
Who doesn't like swag?
Oh,
I
yeah.
love swag.
Admission is free. Visitors are asked to bring a non-perishable food donation. Please, if you can bring more than one, please do. If possible, to support the Georgetown Bread Basket.
As we were mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Any, you know, as we're coming into Christmas, we're just going to keep talking about it and drive you crazy. How's that? All weekend, Rotary Online Auction. The Rotary Club of Georgetown invites everyone to have some fun bidding for some good cause at its online auction. Items up for grabs will include Raptors and Leaf tickets. You might not want the Leaf tickets the way they played the other night, but that's okay. Georgetown Golf Club passes, gift cards from local grocery stores, local restaurants and retailers, an iRobot Roomba, lunch with Mayor Ann Lawler, and much, much more. Funds raised will enable the club to support local charities. The bidding continues until November 18th at 10 p.m. and you can visit www.rotaryonlineauction.ca to place your bids on some cool items. So
talking about the Leafs, Nylander was on the train.
I
going
saw
down
that.
the
Hey, wasn't that funny?
But the guy who was so busy on his phone even had a leaf
He's
hat
got
on.
his toque on, and he's looking at his phone, and there's Nylander sitting right next to him,
Yeah.
you know, in his big George Costanza
Yeah.
coat.
And how could, and I mean, he's a guy, but as a girl, I would be like, he's cute. That's Nylander.
But you know what?
In a heartbeat.
He looks small in the NHL, but he's a big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a big, tall
You're
dude,
not-
man.
And in that coat, like you say, how do you miss him?
How do you
Like,
miss him?
It was
And
just
there's
mind-boggling.
Buddy in his toque.
Yeah.
Oh, there, look at that. Look at that. Probably
And
not.
honestly, you know what? Who doesn't agree with me when Matthews has his hat or his helmet on? Who disagrees that he doesn't look like Freddie Mercury?
He looks a little like Freddie Mercury.
Oh, with that helmet
I
on?
think it's the little
Oh.
caterpillar mustache that kind of gets to you, but you know.
No, the eyes?
He's growing into that mustache.
I'm mistaken
finally.
for him in the mall all the time.
Oh,
I mean, that's-
you need
that's
to
be-
dye your beard then, bud.
Yeah.
Your mustache. But I do. I see a resemblance there. Let me
I-
know. Put it on the feed underneath the video. Because I've had a few people agree with me, unlike these two.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I have not without his helmet on, not as much. With the helmet on, you can just see this.
I'll tell you one thing, if there's anything wrong with the Leafs this year, it ain't him.
No.
Nothing wrong with him.
No. Big defense problem going on there with them, but hopefully striking back tonight against Calgary and then tomorrow night with Vancouver.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're all Leaf fans here, or most of us are anyway, I think. So,
Yeah, we're all Leaf fans.
Absolutely.
but
From the day I was born.
you know, again, hockey is very prominent in Canada, so please get out and support our Raiders. They play at 5:30 on Saturday against Niagara Falls. And get out and support local hockey, man. Take your kids. Your kids will love it. They get to meet the players and stuff too,
We need
right?
more
Run
talent.
around and just have fun
like,
even.
it's- So
We
get
need,
out.
and Leah and
remember it.
I know we're going to do before the end of the season. We're going to do a whole spiel where we're down with the fans and having fun and rocking and rolling. We'll be setting that
We'll
up.
just have to watch for the weather going
Yeah.
ahead. That's the.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I
but-
want to wait for a big game like a Burlington game or a Collingwood game. You know?
Yeah, definitely. We're pretty much out of time. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We've had a great week as usual. Big Daddy Russ Horton, Amanda Basson, Leah Lywood, I'm Lee Lakin, and we're brought to you by...
Max Tires and Auto Repair, and they're at 61 Guelph Street. Lowest price on tires. Get your snows on.
Yeah, book your appointment today, man.
905-873-9255.
255.
There you go.
And don't you forget it.
Don't you forget it.
I was just thinking,
Yeah.
is he gonna? For some reason, it was like, is he gonna say the right number? And then he's like,
All right. Community is driven by community.
You navigate.
"We drive."
Have a great week, everybody. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. And we'll catch everybody on the B side.
Assume the position.